holy beings of Atlantis. My dear brothers and sisters, I love Atlantis. I love every peck of dust, every straw grass, every ethical being in it. I love all the 340,000 galaxies we had, and I love this planet we now have. Atlantis was founded by me and Artemis on the idea of liberty, truth, honor, and life. And I shall tell you the truth as your elected leader, not elected by you in person as President of Atlantis, but elected by the High Council of Atlantis, which in turn was elected by you. Today is a grave day for Atlantis. Today there was a coup detat in Romania, which is the center of Atlantis. This is how things are now. This coup d'etat prompted me, as your lawful protector, to erect and empower and enhance and put in place the first amendment or the first law. I don't know how it is translated in English. Of the defense mechanisms for the Ramania planetary colony of the galactic civilization of Atlantis. Even if Atlantis is or is no more, this planet remains just a planet. And we have laws and regulations which everyone must adhere to and respect and obey. Because these laws form the basis of our free society. I believe in freedom. However, freedom does not mean the freedom to interfere in others people's freedom. Each man, each woman, each child must have the ability, from every race, from every species, humans, dragons, bacteria, unicellular beings, or vampires, werewolves, immortals, undead, elves and others, to do as they please. And may I ask you, is there freedom to be a slave? No. This is a contradiction in terms. It is illogical and irrational to say. But it is logical and rational and ethical, in fact, to say that there is a freedom to choose to be a slave. And there is also the freedom to choose to not be a slave anymore. Many people will say, well, this man is manipulating us. He is telling to us what we should not do. But he is not pointed as a leader should do what we shall do. I shall never trespass upon your freedom, my dear friends, my dear brothers and sisters of Atlantis and Lemuria. I shall never tell you what you must do alone or in groups. This is for your own responsibility to decide, alone or in groups. I shall never raise the fist, I shall never raise the axe or the sword or against another fellow Atlantic. However, today, a great day in the history of Romania, Vice President of the United States of America, Joe Biden, made an impromptu visit at Bucharest. Also today, I found out that SRE and CIA, two main Romanian special services, which have been infiltrated by American agents from NSA, CIA, FBI, at the special request of the President Traian Băsescu, who was appointed by the Vice President of America, of the United States of America, by the Secret Services of America, by the Embassy of America, and against the popular vote to be the President of Romania, because Romania was treated as a colony by USA government, which is against the historical traditions and our fact that we are the core of Atlantis now. This does not mean we are better than you. Every man, every woman, every child in Atlantis is equal. if there are more Atlanteans, more ethical beings in Romania than in Russia or England, United States. This is why I incarnated myself here and not as a billionaire on Wall Street. I incarnated where it was most needed for me to be here, as my sister Artemis did. And today there was also an attack by the Secret Service, SRE, Romanian Information Service, and External Information Service against me. Not against me as my person, because every man, woman and child dies. Once I will die, I will ascend. Or I will not ascend, I will reincarnate. This remains to be decided. Anyway, we are all immortals. Karma exists, reincarnation exists. I was followed by the streets of Romania and by buses and by some people who I initially believed to be thugs, and I believed to be policemen, raised by the boyfriend of my mother, Nicholas from Bela City. But in the end, I found out when I arrived at Crova in this evening, and I was greeted by a young girl named Ilinka, that Seri and Sia did not know that I am in fact the leader of Romania, and I do not want to be a dictator of Romania. I swear on my immortal soul that I am now in the last 52 days of my spiritual mission for Atlantis, because the first 5,200 days are ethical mission, the next 500 days are consciousness mission, when you say to Pasipota, please don't argue, and the next 52 days is a spiritual mission. I no longer work on the ethical conscious plane, and this is what the laws of Atlantis ask me. I am not a thug, I am not a dictator, I am not Ceausescu, I am not forever here, I am just a guy like you, who happens to be a god. What is a god in Atlantis? It is someone, an ancestor, an ancient who reincarnated himself to help other people, basically. And I fully respect all the laws of Atlantis. I do not wish for me to become a tyrant. I do not wish for me to extend my mandate, my divine mandate, after it is finished. It is rightful, it is ethical for these people to feel the consequences of their own actions, good or bad. If they spit me in the face and throw me to the dogs, if they arrest me, they kill me, or if they cover me in gold and silver and money and palaces, I shall do exactly the same thing to them. Because the things I do to them, I do not do because other people in the leadership of Romania favor me or are against me. I do all these things, I did all these things for the people of Romania, for the people of this world, for the poor and sick and lonely people of this world, not for billionaires, not for leaders, not for demagogues like Traian Băsescu, who was elected in fraudulent elections, and Sanda, the wife of my late uncle, confirmed that all elections in Romania was fraudulent, and Romania is a colony of America, of United States of America, which is a colony of Britain, which is a colony of that, which is a colony, which is a colony of Luxembourg. I am very tired now. It does not matter what happens. I might be arrested or killed or anything in between. I know I responded truthfully because I believe in the laws of truth, which does not mean the supreme truth of God, but the truth as I know it. And I saw, when I saw the harassment at the local store where I got my food again by these spies, they were truthfully infiltrated by the American and other Western Secret Service, because once you open the door, my friends, everyone, Russians, Mossad, KGB, FSB, MI5, MI6, BMT, DCP, and others, you cannot just open the door for your American masters, for your Illuminati. You must open the door for everyone. And that is why I was supported by 2.25, and by Dia, and by 0962, and by 883. People in the know what I'm talking about. And not which are patriotic secret services who want Romania to be a free, independent and equal country. This does not mean they do not wish us to be in NATO, or maybe they wish us to be with China or Russia, or they do not wish us to be in European Union. No, equality means cooperation, but equality also means respect, love and partnership and equality. You know? Such concepts do not exist in the medieval age in which most of the leaders of the world now live. And that is why I will answer truthfully to all the questions they come and ask me to answer. Yes, I have worked without being paid 16 years for this country, and you will never work a fraction of a second for anyone if you do not have the certainty that you are going to be paid. And this makes our ethical action pure in heart. This makes us better than our enemies. This is not communism, not extreme voluntarism. This is the soul of human species, and dragon and others. I believe that the greatness of the soul is greater than the power of the iPad and iPhone and all the silly remarks of this empty shell of materialism, which says, oh, have you bought the last iPhone, iPad? How was your sex life? With how many women did you make sex today? Did you make sex in group? What do you believe about the latest video? Yes, we need these material things. But excessive materialism, as also excessive spiritualism found in India, is bad. It is unbalanced. One man has 2 hands and 2 legs, and he stays on both of his legs at the same time. You cannot stay just in one leg, spiritual or material. That is what I believe in. I believe in truth, I believe in honesty, I believe in responsibility and purity, my friend. Goodbye.